This is the basic frame. This is the core of this kit. It has a built-in monocoque on the inside and an exterior panel on the outside. This is the rear end. The exterior panel looks like this. There is no parting line on the surface. In front of the under panel is the suspension lower arm. I'm looking forward to seeing what the air duct under the engine will look like once it's completed. This is a fan car ventilation fan. The monocoque seems very sturdy. As everyone knows, the driver's seat is located in the center of the interior. Behind that, there are two rear seats. There is only one wiper, but it is divided into an upper half and a lower half. This will be the air duct. This is the inside of the door. The door handles have leather-wrapped details. The engine and suspension are visible on this sprue. The detail on the engine block is also great. Brake caliper details. The disc rotor is separate and rotates together with the wheel. Since the door is divided into upper and lower parts, you will need to fill in the seam line. There is no need to treat the area under the steps as it is difficult to see. Just the second half is fine. It was a little distorted, so I removed it. The edges of the parts are also slightly raised, so we will trim them off. I use number 600 sandpaper attached to a sponge sheet. Sand the whole thing to remove any distortions you notice. It feels like part of the skin is peeling off. Be careful not to cut too much of the curved surface. All parts were attached to the runner to unify the color tone. I am currently using Mr. Surfacer 1500. Lightly sand the surface of the painted surfacer with number 1500 sandpaper. It would be nice if the surface feels different when you touch it. Check the seam lines on the door. There was a little bit left on the right door, so I fixed it with melted putty. If you look closely, you can see a small groove on the left side. I decided to use Mr. Color's Superfine Silver for the body color. Looking at the photo of the actual car, it was a very bright silver color, so I used base white as the base. Next, I will paint it silver. The color came out just as I expected. Now let's apply the clear coat. The finisher's auto clear has been diluted by 2 times. Since the body color is silver, the air pressure is adjusted so that it is not too strong. The stand that used runners earlier was difficult to paint, so I scrapped it. I used about 20 cc of clear. Let it dry for a few days and then smooth the surface with number 2000. If it's not completely dry, the sandpaper will get stuck and you won't be able to sand it properly. After scraping like this, I plan to apply a thick coat of clear diluted to about 25%. I want it to be about the same thickness as the first clear layer. Now that the second clear coat has dried, it's time to do the final polish. Start at number 3000 and increase gradually. First use this sandpaper to remove any roughness from the paint. Then use sandpaper to remove any scratches. The structure of the curved surface is complex, so be careful not to cut the corners too much. There is a very small S-shaped surface just in front of the front wheel arch. The next file used is sanded in a different direction. By doing so, you can see if the previous scars have disappeared. I tried using God Hands Kaniasu again. The polishing power is strong and number 4000 is too strong. So I will try polishing with number 6000. It is an easy to use item once you get used to it. This is 2 millimeters thick. I will polish it with Tamiya compound. If the scratches did not go away, please polish again. I used a sponge file up to number 10,000, but you can also use a coarser compound. It is a coarse compound that is generally said to have the same grain size as number 8000 sandpaper, but it seems easier to handle and gives a cleaner finish. The degree of polishing of the surface is judged by the appearance of the scenery reflected on the surface. I glued the part where the seat belt comes out from the bulkhead before painting. Installing this part will make it a little difficult to install it on the monocoque. It came off during installation. Putting more cement into the recess will make it easier to install the parts. The parts fit together like a puzzle. The assembly instructions say that the front frame will be attached later. However, considering the efficiency of painting, I attached it first. Push rods can be installed in this state as well. The dashboard consists of two parts, top and bottom. The seams will be noticeable, so fill them with instant adhesive. Dark gray acrylic gouache is used for the Alcantara parts such as the dashboard of the actual car. If black or semi-gloss black is specified, it is carbon. The carbon-like pattern is almost invisible even on the actual car, so I painted it. After painting the black, I mixed Mr. Color's graphite black and clear and applied the top coat. This is masking for painting semi-gloss black. After painting semi-gloss black, I applied my own clear graphite. Since the lower part of the body side is integrated with the chassis, it is very easy to combine the upper and lower parts. Once the front undercover is installed, the chassis cannot be removed. It is difficult to see where the front cowl is fixed. All adhesive pins in this kit, including this one, are small. What was I doing? I forgot to put in the front disc rotor. It can be easily removed by pinching the back side of the tire with a toothpick and pulling. By replacing the glass parts, you can choose to open or close the engine hood. Installing this clear part is very easy. Tamiya's GMA T50 has been completed.